Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup where time of possession will be a focus. The Ravens are number 1 in rushing yards, going up against the Texans, who will need to be strong up front.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their rookie QB, the former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, you got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 14 carries, 59 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up in air, trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games. but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
They'll set up a throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards. On the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. A give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And now out comes Houston. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
To throw on second is Watson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Time for us to feature cornerback Jimmy Smith, and he's the guy that I would love to match up one-on-one against any of these tall, long receivers that can run in the NFL because that fits his frame and it fits his game. He's a guy who can turn and run with anyone and also go up and contest just about any ball thrown.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. First down carry here for Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, shifty. Whoa. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And he'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20. And now here come the Ravens. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Yeah, a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
The penalty. It's Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down, Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Texans send the punter out. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Open now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. Now a handoff looking right. Able to push his way through. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Here we go. Green, 30.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he's got Snead. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by Snead over the middle. And so Willie Snead all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Fells has it, left side. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Watson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this 1st half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Watson on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
All right, here we go. 3.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. To throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Snead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Now, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens have done a good job making the plays they need to in order to get out to a big lead. The Texans just need to figure out a way to bounce back. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, under pressure here, the pass is picked off. Thomas is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. Here the pass would be completed into coverage, and that's a house call as they take a 7-0 lead. Now to early in the second. Here the pass is completed into coverage. This play goes for a score. That puts them on top by 14. 1st and 10. Snead's wide open, able to make the grab. And he'll take this all the way for a touchdown as they go up here at 21-0. Late in the second, Roberts able to get open here. He ends up at the 44-yard line before he's stopped on the play. Still late in the first half. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Ravens up now by 28.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team. And he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
The Ravens on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green 39.
Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. It's Mark Ingram looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And again, it's Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal now. So and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, it's Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. And this is caught by Fells, right side. On the catch, it's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much Not just giving him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Finding room at the 30. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's a give to the right. Ingram got some real estate inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And the Texans set to come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Fresh set of downs here.
Ringo. Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Out of the gun, Watson. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Watson to throw again. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a first down throw. Watson underneath for Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. On first down, Watson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watson looks to throw again. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Now a Tim carry for Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. A 10-play drive that time, and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. All right, here we go. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
That man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On play action, they'll throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds. Ravens. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Now receiver in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And to give this time to the tailback. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they will start out in great shape up very close to midfield.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On 1st and 10, Watson now in desperate. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.